Potato Dreams of America. An interesting motion picture. In which Jesus makes an appearance. A strange scene indeed, that is at one point. Somewhat or very gross, depending on how religious one is. I'm not, but still it was bizarre. So Jesus, as a figure of imagination, which he is anyway. Maybe, surely he existed as a man, as a special man, would be prophet, but the rest is silence, it's fiction. In my view, of course, you can comment on that if you want. Attack, we can take it. So he's on the bed, and there's this gay young fellow, and he's in doubt. He had an ejaculation in his underwear, and it's, I think, for the first time or something like that. And he's, what happened when Jesus and what, and so on. Well, there's more. I'm not quoting. I don't remember the words. It's the end of the scene, which is funny, I thought. In a way, I thought it's bizarre. But anyway, and not so funny, but anyway. I've said anyway 1,000 times already. So he takes his underwear and throws it at Jesus. What's that? What do you want? Jesus smells it, and then he has some sperm on the face of Jesus. That's not. That's what blasphemy. It's a relative thing, of course. I've watched some program in which two of the Monty Python best comedy team ever, John Cleese and Michael Palin, have to face abuse actually in that piece. Not our program, BBC, and insults, and from a couple of clergy. One was hired bishop, or not the archbishop, I hope, of Canterbury, who, by the way, in the meantime, is quite a broad figure. I think they're now tolerant on so many things. I'm not sure. They spoke also of climate change, something. Climate change is required an action, it must be taken immediately, and so on. An interesting good take, ecological take. Like a bishop and some other fellow, and they were so nasty, so disgusting, with airs and arrogant. We call this a comedy. This is, speaking of Life of Brian, Monty Python's Life of Brian, one of, if not the very best comedy, one of the best 5 comedies ever made. And I guess the last one, Attack on Jesus, there wasn't. That was Brian, and it was more of a joke on an attack on exaggerations on the fanatics, on like the couple who were in that show. Potato. He lives in Russia with his mother, Soviet Union, in fact, in the days of communist regime. Not that Putin is much different. In fact, he's the biggest calamity of the last century for him was the disintegration of the Soviet Union. So that tells us exactly who he is. He's a tyrant, a killer, clearly, and by most, right? And huge danger, and I better watch out because Russian tanks may roll down the main street near here. I mean, they're massed on the border with Ukraine, and once they take that over, why not go the whole way and re-establish the Soviet Union, which he regrets clearly, openly, it's not a secret, came out through spy agencies, and then take Eastern Europe back in his fold, warm fold. Gay relationships were forbidden in much of the world until recently, so we have to say that. And they're killed in some. Saudi Arabia still has that one. I think they do. I mean, clearly they've just allowed women to drive, and there was this thing with Terminal Formula One. Since they're not allowed alcohol around there, they use fizzy drinks, as in Terminal. I'll send you to Saudi Arabia. Syrup or something like that. Coca-Cola. So they're not clearly open about most issues. But here was a thing. In fact, I remember we were so ignorant, in fact, about the issue. We vaguely knew this thing is happening somewhere in the world, but not here. I remember we were making this joke with the girls. I had a friend, a cousin also, male friend, and he used to say as a joke, do you know how many homosexuals are here in Bucharest or in this building or in Constanța, the Black Sea, if you were? No, we didn't. Oh, we had so many. We pretended to caress or something like that, hug. The idea being that this is impossible. I mean, we're so many, we can say that, but then surely in the manner in which Tony Curtis speaks in again one of the top 10 best comedies ever, Some Like It Hot, when he talks with Marilyn Monroe. And he tries to seduce her, and one way he thinks about it is to show himself inaccessible, which was probably part of the point. They would lower their defenses or something like that. They would say, oh, that's interesting, let's see if they resist our charm. So that's what he does with Marilyn Monroe. I'm talking their characters. Not exactly, he's not saying he's gay or something, but he's not. I went to Vienna to see that doctor, and I don't know if I'm not that interested in him. But he is, of course he is. And Marilyn Monroe is worried, and she tries to see if her charm is winning points. And of course it is, the charm is. Then there's the best ending line, because at the same time Jack Lemmon has a thing with a man. And at the end he says, look, they run away together on the speedboat. I have to tell you, I'm a man. Well, nobody's perfect.